It's amazing, it works. You need to have a strategy, you need to have a game plan, and you just need to start now.
Welcome to the journey. I'm Neely.
And I'm Morgan.
And today we're talking about what is content marketing and how it can drive your business. All right, Morgan, what is content marketing?
So the best definition I've ever heard of content marketing is it's the art of persuading people to buy through education. So basically you're creating content on your website that your users want to engage with. It's helpful, it's informative, it's educational, maybe it's pretty looking, but it's just information that they're gonna go to and they're going to learn something. So the reason it's so important to have all of this content at the ready is because people research before they buy.
Right.
88% of people, before they make a purchase, they do some sorts of research. They go on Google, they look at reviews, they compare, they price shop, they do everything.
Go on YouTube.
Yes. So whether it's small potatoes, I just need to buy like a hand fan because I'm going outside, or it's a big ticket item like a car, people are going to see and they're going to go online. And if your content provides them information about to help make that purchase decision, eventually they might just go to you and buy it directly from you because you've provided them such great information in their research.
Right, you've added just a tremendous amount of value helping them out, and they're going to help you out. So give us some examples of content marketing in the wild.
Yep. So my favorite example of content marketing that I've ever heard, I went to a conference and content marketing guru Jay Baer was talking about this company called River Pools and Spas. So what River Pools and Spas does is they do in-ground fiberglass pools.
Pretty specific.
Very, very specific niche.
Yeah.
And in 2008, okay, people can't pay their mortgage. The last thing they want to do is build a new pool.
Right.
So, their business obviously was in the tank. And so what did they do? They said, okay, well, we're going to start providing content and writing all these articles about questions that our customers constantly ask us. So they wrote 300 articles about every single question that probably they'd ever been asked in their lifetime. So the really cool thing about this is that their very first post that they ever did was, how much does a fiberglass pool cost? That has generated $2.5 million in sales.
Wow.
People go, they search that, they find all the information, it's a great article, and then they say, hey, I'm just gonna buy for you. So as a result, by 2009, just 1 year later, they were the #1 fiberglass pool company in the United States. And today, they're the #1 pool website in the world. They just get so much traffic from these articles. It's gold.
That is crazy. And not only was that super beneficial, but now they're not answering the same questions over and over and over via support, or their website, or email. That's all taken care of for them.
Especially since they've found that on average, their pool buyers read 150 articles before they make a purchase. So these people, they want to have all the information before making a decision. And River Pools and Spas, they have all the info.
That is absolutely crazy. So how do you really decide what type of content that you want to create?
So first and foremost, you need to focus on stuff that you're good at. So if I'm a pool company, I should probably stick to that and just write about pools and questions that my customers have.
Right, not like doing Elsa hair tutorials. You
No.
want to keep on topic.
No, definitely stick to the pools. The second thing, you should do something that you can be consistent at. You can't just do one article or one post, one piece of content and assume that's enough. You have to stick with it. And lastly, it has to be something that you enjoy doing. So if you hate writing, maybe blogs and that sort of content is not for you. Maybe if you're more of a photographer and you want to share and create content that way, you should do that. But stick with something that is your focus, that you can be consistent at, and that you're good at.
Awesome. So how often should a business owner be creating this type of content?
It really depends on you and your business and where you can focus, but it's just something, like I said before, that you can consistently do. Whether that's 1 post a week, 2 posts a week, you find the calendar that works for you and start pumping that content on that schedule.
Right, and it really helps to be consistent. So if you do a new post the first Tuesday of every month, your readers start to expect, cool, it's the first Tuesday of every month. I'm going to your website and I'm checking it out, and it just creates that consistency and that loyalty.
Yep.
All right, so other than a blog, so we talked about that a lot here, what are some other ways we can create content, or different platforms?
You can create content on your YouTube channel, you can create ebooks for your audience, you can start a podcast, anything. There's a podcast for everything nowadays. So if you have information and you know that people are looking for it, maybe just do a podcast episode once a week, once every 2 weeks about questions that your audience is asking you.
Right, and I think it's important to really remember that it's about your audience and what they potentially like. So if your audience likes podcasts, like, you should possibly look into podcasts. But if they hate podcasts, maybe video or maybe blog content, right?
Yep.
It's gotta matter, and it's gotta matter to them.
Yep.
All right, Morgan, so that sounds awesome, but I can also understand that it could be pretty overwhelming, especially to a small business owner or even a solopreneur that's doing just 20 different jobs already. Adding content creator just might put it over the top.
Exactly. So what you said is some business owners, their time is worth more doing what they do best. If you're a plumber, doing that. If you're a carpenter, doing that. If you're a lawyer, definitely doing that, right? So if you really want to build that content marketing library, you might have to hire someone, or you might have to do it at night and just do one post a week. It's really up to you. You want to balance, is my time worth this? Pay someone or do it yourself.
Perfect. And what a lot of people can do too is it's batch content. So like we keep bouncing back and forth from all the different things we do. Sometimes it's better to spend a couple hours to knock out a few posts, but you don't post them all at once. You do your schedule, you keep consistent. So you have 3 or 4 posts lined up, you get your first post out, and then you still have all your others, and you can focus on running your business. Or if you can't do that, hire a pro. There's lots of sites out there. Again, Google is your friend.
All right, so that's content marketing. It's amazing, it works. You need to have a strategy, you need to have a game plan, and you just need to start now. So figure out what your audience likes, what sort of content, what medium it should be, and then start producing content. Find a schedule, just start small. You don't need to do 300 articles.
No.
You will get there over time, but just start answering questions that your audience, that your potential buyers are asking you already. So that way when they're searching on Google, they'll find you and eventually they'll buy from you.
Perfect. Now, we'd love to see some of your best content that you've created. Comment below one of your links to your articles, videos, blog posts, podcasts, whatever medium is that you chose. Give a little shout out down below. Make sure you like, subscribe to our channel. But that's all I have for you today. This has been The Journey, signing off.